So guys, I think it's very true to say that every market gives you an opportunity. It really just depends on what position you're in today and how you can hold of opportunities and take action when you see it in front of you. So I really do love this quote from Warren Buffett, and I really try to think about this in my own investment career, whether it be property or stocks, which I do a bit of as well, is be fearful when others are greedy. So when people are going after things, such as last year and prices were going up so much, this is when you're supposed to be a little bit fearful, and be greedy when others are fearful. So when people are shying away from the opportunities that are in front of them, even though they see and kind of feel like it might be a deal, they don't go for it. Be greedy in those moments. I think this really applies to the market that we're in today. So in this video, we're going to discuss some opportunities for first-time home buyers, people who are looking to get entry-level properties. It could even be some good information for investors looking to get some entry-level stuff. We're looking specifically in the GTA. I'm actually sticking to the city of Toronto, believe it or not. There are some pockets. I'm actually seeing some properties at a very good price point. And because the price is kind of low, it's actually reducing our entry price, our capital, our down payment funds, our closing costs are all a lot lower than they were a little while ago. Actually opening up opportunities for people who have a limited savings to try to get into the market today. So guys, it's no surprise that over the last year, we've had a ride here in the GTA in terms of our price point. We started really high at the beginning of the year. It's come down, it's 5 months in a row, and it's kind of mellowed out for the rest of 2022. We're at the beginning of 2023 now, and it's going to be interesting to see how the next few months play out. One thing that we do know is interest rates are on the high side. And this message is actually going to be resonating with first-time home buyers a little bit more than others. As a first-time home buyer, and if you're putting limited down payment under 20%, which means you're getting an insured mortgage, those type of people, those buyers actually get the best rates in town. Believe it or not, insured rates are the lowest rates that you can get from a mortgage in a bank. So you're going to benefit from rates that are under 5%. And because the pricing is a lot lower than it was not too long ago, you're paying like 25 to 35% lower than somebody would have a few months back, believe it or not, less than a year ago. And so that's an opportunity for people who didn't get into the market then, but are in a position with some savings to get into the market today. You're going to need a lot less capital to do so. So let me give you a couple of examples here with some numbers. So some of the opportunities that I've been noticing recently is entry-level condos in the GTA or here in Toronto. You are able to buy some properties now in the 500 to 550 range, even under 540. Like I've gotten a really good condo for a client of mine really recently for 521 in the city of Toronto. Balcony, nice size condo, a large locker, parking spot, proper bedroom as well. The machines are newer. The space was actually really great. 521 guys, 521. So the opportunities do exist. Hey guys, so real quick, I wanted to interject as you're watching this video. I wanted to let you know, since the recording of this video, the deals list that I'm talking about has completely changed. And if you wanted to get an updated property deals list in the Toronto area, GTA area, comment deals below or use the buttons below in order to get in contact with us, and we'll deliver that list directly to you. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay guys, so let's give you an example from the perspective of a first-time home buyer. I want to demonstrate the minimum down payment that you need and closing costs that you need to make a purchase of a $525,000 property here in Toronto. I'm also going to go a little deeper and give you some more information about your closing costs. I'm going to try to estimate it as close as I can with a calculator that I use, and that's going to give you a lot more information, okay? So let's pretend we bought a property for $525. Our minimum down payment is 5% up to the first $500, which is $25,000, and then 10% for that extra $25,000 above $500,000, which comes up to $2,500. So in total, I'm putting up $27,500 is my total down payment portion. But we also do have closing costs, and in the city of Toronto, I'm going to estimate that to be 3%. Now, if you want to get more information about why I selected 3% as an estimate, there's a window here which points us to our deposit video, and it breaks it down for you, or we'll have a link below for that as well. So when I do calculate 3% closing costs, I do come up with $15,750. And when I add that to my down payment of $27,500, it comes up with $43,250 is the minimum money that I need saved up to buy a $525,000 condo here in Toronto today. Now, like I did say, I'm going to go a little deeper with this. So let's try to estimate that 3% a little bit more. We are going to get rebates as a first-time home buyer. In total, we should be getting $8,475 off actually. So it should change our number here. We actually might be closer to 1.5% or 2% of the purchase price for the closing cost. So that's going to reduce that $43,000 a bit down. Let me just change my screen here. Okay, so I'm looking at my land transfer tax calculator. This is the biggest portion of our closing cost. And if you want to learn more about closing costs, we actually have a link below explaining closing costs in a little bit more detail. In this case, if I bought a $525,000 property in Toronto and I am not a first-time home buyer, I should be paying $13,950 here. But I'm going to check this little box here saying I'm a first-time home buyer. I actually get a rebate here of $8,475, which means I'm only paying $5,475 for my land transfer tax. If I estimate a little bit more, if I just pull up my calculator here and I do a little bit of math, if I am at $5,475 on my land transfer tax, I'm going to add about $1,500 for my lawyer fee, and I may have a bit of adjustments. Could be an extra $1,200, maybe even less than that. I'm at $8,175. So that's much lower, almost 50% of that $15,000 estimate that I gave before at 3%, which means that my closing costs actually did get reduced a lot closer to 1.5%. If I use this number and I add my $27,500 initial down payment, then I'm actually closer to $35,000. It's $35,675 to be exact. That's the minimum down payment I would need as a first-time home buyer to buy a $525,000 property here in Toronto. And I think that that's an incredible opportunity. I mean, if you were somebody who had a certain amount of savings and it was difficult for you to actually save a lot more, the prices that we have in our marketplace right now are opening up doors for people just like yourself. You might actually be able to make really good income every single month. You may have very little debt or very little expenses, and your credit might be excellent. If you have decent income as well, you're probably in a much better position than you think. And these numbers are just truth that you can have under $40,000 in savings and actually be in a position to buy a condo here in Toronto. It is possible, and it is because prices are a lot lower than before. All right, guys, so just to end off, I wanted to just show you one example of a condo that has sold recently in the last 60 days that have all the criteria that I mentioned in example before, just to show you that, yeah, you can put a lower down payment for these properties, and they do exist, and this is kind of what they look like. So let me just change my screen and show you that. Okay, so here's a property in the Park Lawn area. I really love this area. You're like 10 minutes away from downtown Toronto, just on the west side. You have incredible views of the lake sometimes, and the community is growing. There's a lot of things to do there. Young professionals are moving there, and you know, actually even it's a wide demographic, to be honest. And check this out. So it was on the market for $548, and it actually ended up selling for $532 in 20 days. 600 square feet. You got a bedroom, you got a parking spot, you got a locker here as well at $609 per month for maintenance fee. That includes hydro, so you don't have to actually pay an additional fee for that. You're paying $532 for this, guys. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look, property taxes are under $1,800 per year, so that's going to be on the low side as well. Your actual fees per month are pretty low, and this is what it looks like inside. You know, you have an updated backsplash, stainless steel appliances. I really like these floor plans that give me a little island here, so you can sit down. You see the little bar stools. This is probably my favorite basic one-bedroom floor plan for a condo. Nice big windows. You have an outdoor space, decent views. There's your bathroom. There's your bedroom. I mean, that's really, really good for $530 in the city, believe me. And you're in Park Lawn. I really like that location. I mean, I don't really think you can go wrong with something like that. Now, if you guys want a list of properties just like that are in the 500 to 550 range, if you're okay to go a little higher than that, then it just opens up more options. There are properties that are sitting on the market right now that I think are pretty good gems in the city of Toronto. And remember, in Toronto, we've been super resilient. Our prices have fallen just like everywhere else in Canada, I would say, since last year. However, our prices have held strong, much stronger than other smaller cities or towns in the rest of Ontario. grow. And so that shows that we're a resilient market. We're actually one of the biggest markets for sure in the whole entire province. You know that. And for that reason, I know there's going to be growth here. So getting in at the low 500s for a condo in the city, I mean, you're just guaranteeing yourself profits in the future is what I would say. So if you want a list of deals just like this, comment deals below or get in touch with us on our links below so we can give you that list and we can present these opportunities to you. If you have any other questions, let me know. It's Neil here from King Realty. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.